Blueprint.
Dag, welkom bij een nieuwe live sessie van Blueprint. In deze aflevering Hannah Rose Platt uit Engeland. Ze wordt wel de Engelse Emmylou Harris genoemd, maar ik vind de muziek meer klinken als een Kate Bush. Maar het was een prachtig concert en wat mij betreft veel plezier bij Hannah Rose Platt.
Everyone, how you doing? Good? Yes. A rainy night, a crowded bar, a worn-out man with a broken-down car. At least that's what he told his wife back home. He slips off his wedding ring behind his back for the second time this week. Who knows what the night will bring? There she stood across the bar like a 1930s movie star, a cloud of smoke softening her face. A perfect velvet hourglass, full red lips and oozing class, and moving with a slow, seductive sway. Hypnotized by his desire to persist, the kind of woman any man would not resist. Drunk on a cocktail of cheap thrills and regrets, and the sweet scent of Chanel and cigarettes. Not too sure what came next. Now he's out back helping her out of her dress. She whispers, I know somewhere we could go. Led him down a winding path all the way down to the railroad track. He could feel the cool steel beneath his shoes. She grabbed and kissed him hungrily, said, would you run away with me? 'Cause I've been hurt too many times before. My last love left me waiting here. Today will be too many years since the pain became too much to endure. He leapt away as the train came screaming by. Watched her wither and age before his eyes. Not a trace of youth or beauty left, just the faint scent of Chanel and cigarettes. He thinks, is this just my imagination? The guilt of my mistakes playing tricks on me? Am I just haunted by the shame of my infidelity? He watched her whisper away and disappear. Thinks this was far too real for me to manifest, and I still can smell Chanel and cigarettes. Another night, another bar, another man getting out of his car, looking for fun outside the marriage bed. He's hit as he walks through the door, an aroma he's not sensed before, a sweet perfume mixed with something else. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we've been in Holland since Monday, and we're having such a lovely time. You don't really want to go home. everyone's just been so warm and friendly and welcoming. It's been beautiful. Thank you. Yes, round of applause for everyone, all Dutch people. Okay, so we're going to play a mix of songs today. Some from my first record, Portraits, which I recorded out in Nashville a few years ago. And a few from my latest record, Letters Under Floorboards, which we just released on a Netherlands-based label, Continental, which is why we're here. So we're very, very grateful. We do have copies of each with us, if you want to come and see us later. And this is a song from my first album, Portraits. And it's a song I wrote about a waitress who used to work at my favourite place to eat in London, in Crystal Palace, where I live now. And it's called Dancer. I hope you enjoy it. A wave of her hand, a flick of the wrist. She'll beckon me to her and ask me to sit, flash a menu and a dazzling smile, spinning through strangers in quick pirouettes, floats down the aisles, a pale silhouette, taking cues from the chime of the countertop bell. A tilt of her head, a dip and a bow, wiping down tables and sweat from her brow, unaware of an audience holding the spotlight. If only for one night she dances again. Well, this is no Broadway opening night, yet poised and so graceful, she glitters and shines with the tide of the crowd on her side. Well, this is her story, this is her stage. We throw adoration in tips and bouquets as she sweeps the floors, the curtain falls. A tilt of her head, a dip and a bow, wiping down tables and sweat from her brow, unaware of an audience holding the spotlight. If only for one night she dances again. Tilt of her head, a dip and a bow, wiping down tables and sweat from her brow, unaware of an audience holding the spotlight. Alone in the lamplight, she dances again. Empty, she's closing her final encore, waits as the register rings out a round of applause. She closes the doors. Okay, so this is a song from the new record, Letters Under Floorboards. It's a song called Your Way. And it's about walking away from relationships, but not romantic ones. Because sometimes it's a lot more complicated to walk away from, like a friendship that's gone wrong. little good thing that I do. So I'll be busy rehearsing, 'cause it feels so good, but it's all enough with you. And I'm scared to make mistakes, and I'm afraid that you will blame me. Okay, let's do this your way. It's on my shoulders, and now I'm older too, I guess. Letters on the floorboard, saved for the day you'd come to find me. But they're still here, frayed at the edges, 'cause it was me who had to make that journey. And I'm scared to feel the pain, and I'm afraid that you will blame me. Okay, let's do this your way. I'll take your regrets and flush them all away. You are the balloon, and I'm the child holding on to your string. Each time I lose my grip, you fly away so far, so fast, so easily. And I'm afraid that it has burst. Yes, I've had all my fears confirmed. Okay, let's do this your way. I'll just shut my mouth, keep quiet and fade away. Thank you so much. Okay, we're just going to do one more for you before we have a little break. And then we'll be back with some more in a short while. So this song was inspired by a film, a movie, by the name of Brooklyn. Has anyone seen it? The film Brooklyn? Yes. It's a gorgeous movie. You should all watch it. And it's a movie about home and kind of belonging. And I was inspired to write it after one particular scene in the movie happens. So it's about a young woman who emigrates from Ireland to Brooklyn in the 50s. And there's one scene where she's helping out in a homeless shelter on Christmas Day. And she can't understand why all of these elderly Irishmen are homeless. And the priest explains to her that these are the men that built the city. When they were younger, they built New York. And now, ironically, they're too old to work, and the city has no use for them any longer. And I thought, I need to pause the film and go and get my notepad and start to write the song. So I thought I would choose one of the men and try to imagine what happened to him in his youth. So we're going to leave you this first half with the song Brooklyn, New York. Hope you enjoy it. across, and I am writing this as my ship docks. I'm looking up at Lady Liberty. It won't be long till you're here with me. I'll build bridges and railways to make my fortune, then come for you. Soon we'll be walking through the golden door, from County Cork to Brooklyn, New York. Oh, my love, it's been a year. Please have faith, I'll get you here. It's been so long since I've seen your face. We must be hopeful, we must be brave. My darling, life here's so tough. I'm overworked and weak and never paid enough. I was a fool to think there could be more for us out in Brooklyn, New York. So many people, so many dreams washed away with the ocean waves. I'll never make enough for a passage home. I rode in Brooklyn, New York, but I miss your voice, I miss your laugh, I miss the faces of the children we won't have. Oh, my love, it's not to be. Please don't wait and forgive me. Kiss these pages goodbye for me. Know I have loved you, and every day I make a wish on Lady Liberty. That you'll be happy and set you free. Thank you very much. So the first song we're going to start with is on the latest record, and it actually features Sid Griffin, who you just mentioned before. He actually does a guest vocal on the record with me. It's a duet between kind of a father-daughter conversation, and it was inspired by the true account of a lady called Laura Ingalls Wilder. She was the author that wrote all of the Little House on the Prairie novels. I don't know if you're familiar with her. And it was inspired by her real-life account as a little girl of being frightened by the plagues of locusts that hit the farmlands in the States in the 1800s. It's called I Will Tell You When. Freddie's not going to play the father, are you? Too young to play the father? So I'm going to do both parts today. Daddy, can you tell me why the sky's turned so dark? It's making me feel bright and I can see or hear the lights. Why, my Laura Beth, it's just God turning down the lights. He's been working without rest, and now he must be tired. I promise you it won't last long, and light will come again. Close your eyes and hold me tight, and I will tell you when. Daddy, can you tell me why the air is full of sound, like the whirring of a big machine I've never heard so loud? Why, my Laura Beth, it's just the sound of angels' wings. God has sent them while he waits to keep an eye on things. I promise you it won't last long, and we'll have peace again. Cover your ears and hold me tight, and I will tell you when. Daddy, can you tell me what that noise is on the roof? It clatters with the sound of a million horses' hooves. Why, my Laura Beth, the angels dance there in delight. They've had a look around, and now they know that it's alright. I promise you it won't last long, we'll go outside again. Trust in me and hold me tight, and I will tell you when. Suddenly the noises stopped and light shone through the room. My heart, it was lifted, just as lifted was that gloom. But then when we rose as one and took a step outside, I swear that was the only time I saw my daddy cry. The land for miles around didn't look like the same place. Where crops had once stood tall was just a barren waste. I knew that our life on Plum Creek would never be the same. Things would change forever the day the locust came. My daddy changed forever the day the locust came. Daddy, can you tell me why the skies turn so dark? It's making me feel frightened, I can't see or hear the larks.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going to do a song. This is about a hurricane. This is called When Audrey Came to Call. She hit the town of Cameron in Louisiana in the 50s. And they were not expecting her. They were not ready.
When Audrey came to call, we hid quaking in the hall. We knew by reputation she was stronger than four walls. When she blew, she really blew, and nothing held her back. Not one single man alive could stand up to her wrath. When Audrey came to call, no man could stand the test. She would find their weaknesses and they should do the rest. She would howl, she would shake and turn them inside out. Audrey was the meanest bitch to ever hit the South. Cameron wasn't ready when Audrey came to call. She hit the doors 12 hours before, according to reports, crashing his defenses, blowing houses down. She swept away 500 friends before her anger end. When Audrey came to call, there was no way to resist. Her timing was perfection, like a jealous lover's kiss. She flew right through and out of town, destruction in her wake. All of Audrey's bitterness in one great tidal wave. Cameron wasn't ready when Audrey came to call. She hit the doors 12 hours before, according to reports, crashing his defenses, blowing houses down. She swept away 500 friends before her anger's end. When Audrey came to call, we hid quaking in the hall. We knew by reputation she was stronger than four walls.
Thank you so much. Okay, we've just got a couple more for you. This next one's from my first album, Portrait. And it's a story about, it was inspired by a story my friend in Liverpool told me about a lady she was looking after. She used to work in a care home, working with elderly patients. And she told me this one story about a patient of hers that was suffering from Alzheimer's disease, who used to get dressed up every day thinking that her love was going to come and collect her for a date. And I thought it was just so sad and so beautiful that it needed to become a song. So this is 1954.
I don't know where you could be. Maybe you're low on gasoline. You've never been this late before. 17 and in my heels, fancy dress, jewels in my ears. Patiently I'm waiting at the door. I look out of the window. Is this my father's house? I can't be sure. 'Cause the lady dressed in white, who takes my temperature each night, she says this is a 1954. And I can't wait to see you when you pull up outside, 'cause you'll be there and be glowing as you drive. I can't wait for rooftop dancing neath the blue starlight. Everything will be alright when you pick me up tonight. Oh. There's a man looks just like you, except his cheeks have lost their hue. And they say he comes to see me every night. He tells me age is an illusion. We grow younger if we choose to. And this is what is happening with my mind. Something is so familiar. We're singing songs I didn't know I knew. And I think that he might love me, 'cause I swear he sheds a tear when I tell him that my heart belongs to you. And I can't wait to see you when you pull up outside. 'Cause you'll be in your best suit, I'll be glowing as you drive. I can't wait for rooftop dancing neath the blue starlight. Everything will be alright when you pick me up tonight. And I can't wait to tell you all these crazy things I've dreamed. Weddings, babies, grandchildren, all playing around our feet. Memories like a journal I am struggling to read. The writing's on the page, but the ink begins to fade. And I can't wait to see you when you pull up outside. 'Cause you'll be in your best suit, I'll be glowing as you try. I can't wait for rooftop dancing neath the blue starlight. Everything will be alright when you pick me up tonight. When you pick me up tonight. I don't know where you could be. Maybe you're low on gasoline. You've never been this late before.
Thank you very, very much. I'm going to give Mr. Freddie Draper a rest now, because he's been doing all the driving as well. So, well done. Thank you so much, Freddie. I'm going to leave you now with a very special song. I don't really play covers as a rule, but this one is a cover, but it's a very, very special one. It was one of the first songs ever to be recorded. And it was recorded in 1901, I believe, written by a gent called Charles K. Harris. And if you Google it, you can find the old cylinder kind of recorded version of it. It's very, very cool. And it's called Hello Central, Give Me Heaven. And he said he was inspired to write this song after he took a long train journey across the United States. And he overheard a little girl asking her father if she could call him Mum in heaven. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to be around to watch the other awesome band that are on. Please come and say hello. We want to make as many friends as we can. And thank you so much for listening.
Hello Central, give me heaven, for I know my mother's there. me a speaking. Won't you call her for me, please? For I surely want to tell her that we're sad without her here. Hello, since you give me heaven, for I know my mother's there. You will find her with the angels over on the golden stair. Papa dear is sad and lonely, sobbed the tearful little child. Since my mama went to heaven, Papa dear, you do not smile. Hello, Central, give me heaven, for I know my mother's there. You will find her with the angels over on the golden stair. I will answer just to please her. Yes, dear heart, I'll soon come home. Kiss me, mama, it's your darling. Kiss me through the telephone.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Blueprints. Roots, blues en soul. Rootsmuziek met hart en ziel uit heden en verleden.